The Nasdaq 100 is down sharply, a move that actually started already on Friday. We're also seeing other stock exchanges like the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, the Spanish Stock Exchange, but also the German DAX being under pressure. Stick with me and I'll let you guys know more about what I think is going to happen next with the Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500. Alright guys, so this is the Nasdaq 100 index. It's the CFD price, and we traded below this important level, which is the 10,929 level that happened on that happened on Friday already, but we traded below the September 11th low, September 8th low, and the September 17th low, and that effectively triggered this rectangle pattern. And the difference between the maximum and the minimum gives us our target, and it does suggest we can slide with about 5.92% over the next couple of days. Now, there's no single individual trigger here really that is causing this. I think there's a combination of things. Firstly, from its very low to its very high, we had like a 89% move. You have the Federal Reserve that made a lot of changes to the way they work, and they will probably not do nothing imminently right now as the US economy and much of the rest of the world economy are developing. But maybe the expectations were just a little bit too high. Maybe people thought a little bit too much about what was going to happen next, expecting too much, because we did see retail sales of published last week being less good than expected. Now this week we have the market PMI figures that are going to be out, and that's something we definitely want to keep an eye on. Jerome Powell from the Fed is also going to be speaking. So what's the game plan here? What can we do next then? Well, unless you're already short, it's a little bit difficult to do anything right now. But maybe later today, as New York opens, we could potentially see a bit of a bounce. Right now though, there's just panic in the market, but again, if we do swing up something like 10,908, I think that might be maybe the opportunity to do a bit of short selling and just be bearish. Probably just below the high here from Friday should be sufficient. So that is the September 18th high. Now this is the S&P 500, and the S&P 500, we already were bearish here. We also bearish the Dow Jones. If you check out the videos we talked about last week, and the idea here was to sell at 3,400 with stops above here. Now this has gone really good. We hit our first take profit, but this market is continuing to slide. And I think realistically, if you look at the other markets, we can see further drops over the next couple of days. If you look as well, something like the Dow Jones, we trigger what looks like a weak sort of head and shoulders. You got your head, left and right shoulder, and then you have a neckline that goes around here. And the difference between these two levels suggests a drop of about 6%, maybe down to as low as something like this level here, which is the 25,708 level. Another thing as well that is obviously interesting is that we do have the US election coming up, and that again is something that is causing people to sort of book profits, which makes perfect sense. Again, you get a bit of disappointment with the economic data, like COVID-19 rising across the world as well, and I think that again is something that people are a bit worried about. So what's next then? Well, I just told you, I think lower prices, and then possibly in the Nasdaq 100, if we bounce high enough, one could potentially be short selling, looking to hopefully take advantage of the slide that we're seeing right now in that market. All right, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this video, and don't forget as well to check out the other videos we have uploaded on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.